You ever meet someone who doesn't just talk over you, they suck the life out of the room? You walk in feeling decent, maybe even great, and 5 minutes into a conversation with this person you're like, why do I want to go home and cry into a pillow? You've just been hit by an energy vampire, my friend. And here's the twist. This isn't just some spiritual woo-woo concept from people who burn sage and talk to crystals. No, this is real psychological warfare. And guess what? The most powerful leaders in the world, they use this stuff on purpose. Yeah, CEOs, politicians, cult leaders, your boss, maybe even your therapist. They know how to tap into your energy, drain it, and use it to fuel their power trip. But here's the good news. Once you understand how this works, you can do two things. 1, protect yourself from being emotionally robbed. 2, learn to use this power, ethically or not, your choice. Let's get something straight. Energy vampirism isn't just a metaphor. In both occult traditions and modern psychology, there's an understanding that emotions are energy. When someone makes you mad, scared, or insecure and keeps you there, they're feeding off the energy your nervous system is generating. In the occult world, these people are seen as parasites, souls that can't generate enough psychic or spiritual energy on their own, so they have to leech off others. In psychology, we call them narcissists, manipulators, and emotional abusers. Same damn thing, different language. But leaders? They've evolved this into an art form. They've figured out how to channel other people's emotions to build influence, dominance, and loyalty. Think of cult leaders. Think of Steve Jobs. Think of Trump. Think of that boss who always finds your mistakes right before a performance review. This isn't accidental, it's strategic. Here's how they do it, broken down into 4 juicy, detailed tactics. 1. The mirror trick. I'm just like you. Ever had someone copy your slang, your tone, even your body language? Feels kind of flattering, right? That's called mirroring, and it's a psychological manipulation technique designed to disarm your ego. You start trusting them. Why? Because humans trust familiarity. But what you don't realize is, they're syncing up with your emotional rhythm so they can hijack it. Once you're in sync, they can lead the emotional tone of the conversation. Politicians use this on the campaign trail. They show up in jeans and roll up their sleeves, say folks and hardworking Americans. You think it's genuine? It's emotional phishing. Watch how narcissistic leaders operate. They love instability. They'll say something controversial, offensive, or just plain confusing. Then let the room spin while they sit there calm as hell. Why? Because confusion breeds dependency. When people are overwhelmed, they stop thinking critically and start looking for someone to tell them what the hell is going on. And who's conveniently standing there with all the answers? That's right, the vampire. This is textbook cult behavior. You isolate people, overload them emotionally, and then offer salvation. Your version of salvation. One of the most toxic forms of energy extraction is when someone uses your past, your insecurities, or your mistakes to keep you submissive. Think of bosses who constantly bring up how you almost missed a deadline 2 years ago, or partners who weaponize your past failures. They're not holding you accountable, they're keeping you energetically small, because when you feel like crap, you're less likely to challenge authority. You seek approval, and boom! They've got you right where they want you. Energy vampires hate silence, but they love to talk. Not about you though, about them, their ideas, their problems, their mission, what they need from you. And you, being a decent human, you listen, you nod, you engage, you say stuff like, yeah, I totally get that. Meanwhile, your emotional battery is dying like an iPhone in Antarctica. You walk away drained and they walk away energized. That's not just conversation, that's psychic theft. Let's get esoteric for a second. In esoteric traditions, from Hermeticism to Eastern mysticism, your body isn't just physical. It has a field, often called an aura, that radiates energy. Some people are said to have strong auras. Think of them like natural generators. Others, they're like broken toasters. They don't generate anything, so they look for external sources to siphon from. When a manipulative leader enters a room, they're not just reading body language, they're scanning energy. They can tell who's insecure, who's vulnerable, who wants approval. That's who they feed on. In occult circles, these leaders often use symbols, rings, gestures, or sigils to amplify their presence. A red tie, a power watch, a particular stance. It's all part of the energy game. Alright, now let's talk about how you can use this knowledge. Path 1. The ethical leader. Command energy, don't steal it. First, master your state. Learn to regulate your energy through breathwork, grounding, and posture. Walk into a room with intention, people feel it. Silence is your weapon. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let it stretch. Silence makes people uncomfortable, and when they're uncomfortable, they open up. That's when you listen, and strike with clarity. Lead emotional tone. If you want people to calm down, you need to be calm. Want them excited? Raise your voice slightly, animate your body. You don't have to suck energy, just direct it. Path 2. The manipulator. Feed strategically. Warning, this gets dark. Find weak points. Scan your environment. Who's seeking approval? Who's insecure? Who's emotionally leaky? These are your feeding grounds. Use triangulation. Bring a third-party member into your conversations to create subtle competition. This keeps your targets emotionally unstable and dependent on you for validation. Steal the frame. Always control the frame of the conversation. If someone brings up a problem, shift focus to how you solved a bigger one. This isn't about truth, it's about emotional dominance. Withdraw strategically. When people start relying on you too much, disappear briefly. It creates craving. Craving equals energy flow toward you. Use this path wisely, or you'll become the very parasite you hate. Because let's face it, you've got one in your life right now. Here's how to block the drain. Don't react emotionally. Your emotions are the currency they feed on. If you stay neutral, they starve. Visualize a reflective aura. Yeah, it sounds woo-woo, but try it. Imagine a mirror surrounding you. Anything negative bounces back. Psychological boundaries start with intention. Interrupt their pattern. Ask weird questions. Break their flow. Disrupt their feeding cycle. Like, why are you telling me this? They'll glitch like a robot in a rainstorm. Take back the frame. Reframe their attacks. If they say you're too sensitive, say no, I just have boundaries. That one line, it's garlic to a vampire. Look, real leaders don't need to steal energy. They radiate power because they've done the internal work. But knowing how energy vampirism works, that's your defense, that's your sword, that's your armor. You can use it to protect, to inspire, or yeah, even to dominate, if that's your jam. Just remember, the more self-aware you are, the less likely you are to get played, and the more dangerous you become to anyone who tries to use you as their battery pack. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns of dark psychology, human manipulation, and power dynamics.